see Spooky World because it had just moved a little bit closer. And the bass player and I were just like saucer-eyed through the whole thing because we're both horror movie junkies. And so I said to him, I was like, "We're gonna work here next year." And he was like, "Yeah, okay." And he thought I was kidding, but I wasn't. We filled out applications. We both worked. Wasn't really for him, and here it is, 25 years later, and I'm still at it. Yeah.
That's
How
awesome.
many different characters do you do? Sophia, I'm sorry. I'm asking Bill so many
It's okay.
questions. You're going to have your turn in a second. How many different characters that you do?
What in the past 25 years? I
Yeah.
lost count. I have no idea how many. A lot. Um, currently, I have three or four characters that are in rotation whenever I do the queue line. Like I entertain the crowd before they go into the haunted house.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But sometimes I'm actually working inside the haunted house. That's kind of the beauty of where I work now, Barrett's Haunted Mansion. Link. Uh,
Link is inside the description for that.
there it is.
Guy, if you could pull that up.
Yep. The beauty of working for Barrett's Haunted Mansion is we really rotate the crops over there. So one night I might be working a spot inside the house. Another night I might be working a spot in the outdoor attraction, Outpost 34. Or I might be running the queue lines. And if I'm running the queue lines, I might be one character one night, another character another night. Sometimes I actually do two or three characters on the same night just to mix it up so the crowd always gets a fresh show.
Okay. I saw your post today. You were a guest haunter at another
Yes,
attraction. We don't want to bring that
Factory of
attraction up. Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
Factory of Terror. Yeah,
When you have
Thank you,
a
man goat.
thank you, Mango. There you go. Right there.
yep.
BHmansion.com. Go there right now. Book your tickets. Opening weekend is
No,
this.
go there when the show's over. You're watching the show now.
No, you go there when the show's over. That's right. Book your tickets, man. Get your tickets for that. Opening weekend is this weekend. Runs all through October. And
Yep,
Mhm.
just go. See our man, Bill. Um,
yep.
when you have a belligerent customer, um, they're there to wreck it for everybody. How do you actually deal with that? Do you just let that go away? I saw what you said to the guy. Um,
The line of the night. I
yes.
I always I always post that the line of the night. Um, so there's no short answers with me. Whenever I first started haunting, I was in a what they call a pop scare. So like the customers come by and they're just like mega, and I would kind of like see what the customers were wearing, see what the customers were doing, and I would always kind of like personalize the show for them. And the managers picked up on that. They were like, "Wow, you never say the same thing twice." I'm like, "Well, why? Everybody should get a different show."
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
eventually they put me up at the front of the house so I could really interact with the customers. Um, and that's kind of always been uh, my character trait, I guess, is I'm really good with interacting with the customers,
Mhm.
and I'm to be like that. You have to be able to escalate a little bit because you're making fun of them, because it's the most common fear is public speaking, so you're putting people on the spot. So that's kind of the psychology of it. But some customers, and they're really really bad. Somebody spit right in my face a couple of years ago.
That's
Another
messed up.
guy, yeah, that's disgusting. And I don't know if you get the newspaper. There was a pandemic a couple of years ago, so that's
Mm.
not exactly sanitary. Another guy like chump slapped me like real hard, like amp on the back, and you know sometimes the bravado comes out. Once my costume's on, Bill's gone and the character's here. And my character is a little braver than I am, so, for better for
Mm.
worse. uh but now I'm getting to a point now where it's just like the second something's going wrong, I'm like, security, I don't care, just get them out of here. they're,
They
they're
know what
gonna
they're
learn.
going in for, so why are they?
Yeah, I don't
They
know
don't go if
what
they can't handle it.
Yeah, I don't know what people think, buying a ticket gets them access to, but spitting in my face isn't one of them.
No, that's disrespectful.
No, it's
I'm
just
sorry.
it's freaking it's gross. You can respect, respect I could care less about. It's gross.
It's
Yep.
Grass.
Gross pants. Very
Jason
gross.
said something earlier. I don't want it to get buried.
No.
Jason says, I've done scaring before and I love it. What I would give to do it again. So why can't you do it again then?
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
so Bill, that's Jason from the UK, just so you know.
Oh, all right.
The one we've played Fortnite
Uh,
with.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Halloween is an American, in the United States of America holiday. They do kind of recognize it in other countries, but
Chris. Hi,
it's
Chris.
it's it's specifically United States.
Okay, got you. Did not know that.
Welcome, Chris. Thank you. Um, with that being
Mm,
said, Charles says booze makes people do wild crap. Yes,
Yep. And we
but
have a bar right on property, so that's it's not uncommon.
Void says seems really stupid and gross to pay money to get thrown out for being a dingus. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
they didn't just get thrown out. They got a no trespass. They can't come on the property anymore. Yeah.
but Jason says Halloween is decently popular around the world. Yes, it is. It is. Um, but I mean, why go there with the intent of reckoning
Hey, some
for?
people just have rocks for brains. What can you say?
Yeah, no,
I Well, I honestly, it's people are scared of being scared. If that tracks or makes any sense, so they go in there with this attitude of "You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me,"
Mhm. Oh,
and
those people. Hmm.
yeah, and and they will do anything they can to spoil the show.
Hey, just
But
stay
oh,
home.
there's somebody over there, there's somebody over there, there's somebody over there. And Sophia, you're absolutely right. Stay home. But also give me the $40. Just stay home, but give me your money. Because we want your money.
uh,
Yeah, but still.
No, wait, hold on, let me rephrase that. We appreciate your money.
Yeah, but they're paying money doesn't mean to be like a shitty human. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it doesn't give you carte blanche to chump
Mm-mm.
slap me. Yeah.
Mm-mm. You don't touch people, period,
No,
without consent.
nope, no, no. You're a common sense individual, Sophia. These
It's
people,
very uncommon.
currently, no. It's
Scary.
something
Scary.
you've seen a couple of my magic tricks, Sophia.
Yes.
I'll do some tricks up on the stage and stuff,
Hmm.
and my coworkers will ask me how it's done, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm not telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will try to like mess up the trick,
Oh,
and it's
come
like,
on, man.
why would you do that? Why spoil the show? It's like it's
That's
just like
crazy.
it's like heckling at a comedy club. And I guess that's what it comes down to. If you're gonna be a stand-up comedian, you're gonna have to get used to the fact that you're gonna get hecklers. So if you're gonna be a haunter, yeah, every once in a while somebody's gonna chump slap you. It's part of
okay,
the game.
all right.
Hmm.
Now, you were talking about before that you want to make everyone's experience authentic and
Mhm.
something to remember. Like
Yeah,
when Sophia and I are on stage, you've seen what we do on stage. We want to make moments for everyone in the crowd. You're
yeah.
making moments there. How do you pick your victims?
Victims.
So
Can you reveal that?
So yeah, that's peeking behind the curtain a little bit.
Okay.
Um, I worked at King Richard's Fair for 20 years,
Okay.
and King Richard's Fair is like Carney adjacent. It's not really Carney work, but it's Carney adjacent. It's kind of a lot of the same lifestyle with some of the people. Maybe the travelers and all that. And so I pick up a lot of Carney slang, and I bring that into haunting. So what you're talking about is not victims, but marks. How do
Well,
we
I was
pick
gonna
out
say
our
Mark
marks?
because of the wrestling world. Okay, so
Well,
I
well,
was
that's
gonna say Mark.
well, that's the thing, Lewis, is that wrestling has origins in Carney stuff too.
Mhm. Yes, it does.
So, and I tell because I teach the classes now at Barrett's. We started up Scare School this year at Barrett's as well. Barrett's Haunted Mansion, link below.
Mhm.
So I use a lot of like Carney slang. So marks to the customers, like that's going to be an easy scare. And the two that I say the most are One, if they're like girls, typically they're gonna, or guys with long hair, whatever. If they're touching their hair,
Mm.
if they're touching their hair, that's a dead giveaway that they're going to be a mark. Um, if they're looking, this is so weird. If they're looking up in the corners of the room, I don't know why, but if they're looking up in the
Cameras. I'm
corners,
looking for
I,
cameras.
I don't know. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're looking for something like that. And then
Okay.
my favorite one, and I have to explain because it sounds you'll see what I mean, is what I call the rain dance. And I'm not talking about like Native American traditions.
Mhm.
I'm talking about when you go out in the rain and you don't have a jacket, you walk like this because you don't want the rain getting you on the back of the
Yeah, yeah,
neck.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You see anybody doing the rain dance, boom, pop. Get that one. That's the one.
They're like kind of like quivering.
That's the mark. That's
Okay.
that's you're giving yourself away if you do that. Yep.
What was okay? Joseph McDonald says the problem is people buying a ticket and they think they're obligated to do what they want. We've
Mm.
all seen it, especially at concerts. 100%.
Oh.
Not wrong.
No, not wrong at all.
Jessica.
Jessica is in the house.
You looked
Uh,
amazing this past weekend, by the way.
yes, Jessica, she did, and I missed it. How you doing, Jess, baby? How you doing? Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
pictures. Just did look
So,
awesome.
so yes, she did. She did, but I had to play that music for her. What was your favorite all-time to date scare that made you laugh inside and you were like, that was a good one after the night was done that you just had and you were like, I think that person peed themselves.
All right. So,
You can't disclose
um,
it.
uh, so it's been like I said, 26 years, and you are like, it's hard to pick your favorites, like picking kids, your favorite child, I guess.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can tell you some recent ones that really stand out. Um, Last year, I was working with this new hire, and the room was it wasn't going well. We weren't really getting too many scares. And I said to her, I was like, are you a dancer by any chance? And I just saw her light up, you know? I was like, okay, you start at the back of the room and start doing that like broken bone walk. You know, I can't do it. I can't dance. So she would do this broken bone walk and kind of like steer everybody towards me. And then I would pop, you know, and I'd do like a death scream, like a rah! Kind of a thing. I had little flashlights on my fingers too. So I'd like,
Oh, like a
flash.
Shit.
flash.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so I'd flash lights in their face and I would death scream. And
Ooh.
this one dude, if I had to guess, I'd say he was like 16 years old. He did what I call a lollipop. So he got into the fetal position, but he still was on his feet. So he had like,
They like crouched or
yeah, but like he had one leg down like a flamingo, and the rest
oh,
of his body was like this circle. So
he flamingoed. Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
so we call that the lollipop. So he did a lollipop, and he was like quivering too, right?
Wow.
And then I'm like, and I turned to Fonzie. I was like, "Yo, I think this kid just pissed his pants, right?" I mean,
Oh wow.
he was gone. He was gone. I didn't embarrass him in front of his friends, but any more than he did himself. But I said to Fonzie, I was like, "Yo, I think this kid pissed his pants." She's like,
Oh
"Come
my.
on." I'm like, "No." I go, "Come here," and then I go smell, and she's like, "Oh my god," because he
Wow.
like if you boys and girls have different anatomies. If you scare a girl and she pees, it's usually like a squirt. But if you're a dude and you pee, it's like a fuel dump. You know, just complete download. Yeah, that kid, as we say at Barrett's, we sold a pair of sweatpants.
Oh
Oh,
wow. I like all your code words. That's awesome. Oh my
well,
god.
so does that happen often?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
When I worked at Spooky World, they used to hand out like little laminated cards, like business cards, but like laminated, and it said, I got somebody to pee themselves or whatever.
That's
And
like the ribbons they give out at Comic Cons now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Like
I got like
yeah.
I still have a stack of them. I
There
still
you
have a
go.
stack of them back there. Maybe I should implement something like that this year. That's a good idea. I should have looked at something like that.
And Jessica,
Ooh, could that be email coming my way?